to Network. My name is Phumelele Zondi with your technology and social media news. SABC Network on Facebook, X and Instagram. News Network at sabc.co.za on email. This week we take a look at issues around the GAP Awards. We then go to Saibono, who had a visit with Facebook recently. Before we start with what's happening here at the Saibono Discovery Center, let's go to the Innovation Hub in Pretoria, where the annual GAP Awards took place recently. They honor brand new innovations over there.
Decolonizing buildings and other physical structures with a hybrid theory of image, culture, and space through the design of Land Redistribution Hub in Tshwane proved a winning theme at this year's Innovation Hub Accelerator Program Awards.
I took first place for the Kasi section category. I'm very happy about that, and I'm very excited to build a one-to-one section of my offering. It means a lot, because as a person who is like born and bred from Kasi, I'm a Kasi girl through and through. I think it comes with a lot of pride. I think my parents will be very happy. My colleagues, my friends, all of us will be very proud because it shows that it doesn't matter where you come from. You can still make magic.
Sisana says the idea was born of a desire to narrate a forgotten African history and suppressed African ability.
So my product is I call it an adaptable modular system because currently it looks at modular housing, right? Because currently modular housing is quite static, right? So I decided to give the end user autonomy, meaning that you can affect the shape of this home, right? So if you're tired of this triangular shape, then you can make it square, rectangular, whichever way you want. So it's giving you more power to ultimately design and reinvent your own space.
Another victor in the GAP Township economy category was Mali FinTech. Mali is a tech platform that aims to solve the cash payment system in the taxi industry.
It was important for me to enter this competition because I want to make a difference in the township and rural economy. Most of the township economy is run using cash, and this often leads informal traders financially excluded. So with our system, we'll be able to track payments for each informal trader and assist them in getting microloans. This will help them improve their quality of life as now they'll be financially included. For me to win means that I can make a difference in people's lives. People who have been previously disadvantaged now have an opportunity to better their lives. They'll be able to receive payments, they'll be able to receive microloans, and I'm glad and excited that I can make a change and impact people's lives.
The competition was established to support and showcase township innovators and entrepreneurs who are harnessing the power of technology to drive sustainable transformation.
So they not only contribute to the digital economy, but they also contribute through innovation in the energy space, whether it's waste, water, the actual energy itself, and then the medical and healthcare services. R&D, research and development, is very important. And with new innovation, it makes us more competitive, not only as a province, but also as a country. But you creating new job opportunities, new skill sets, and looking to acquire those puts us ahead of our competitors. So for us, Innovation Hub is one of our subsidiaries as a department through GGDA. It's very important, like I said, it's because it is a catalyst for innovation. It creates a platform and an environment for those who have really great innovative ideas, those who take their skills but don't want to look for employment. They're not looking to take their qualifications and become job seekers. They have great ideas and they're looking to invent things.
Successful startups will receive invaluable business strategy support and mentorship from the Innovation Hub and its partners.
And so we have created that platform through the Innovation Hub to be able to not only incubate, but take you through the various stages of getting your invention out there into the world. For us, it means it just demonstrates how competitive Gauteng is and how competitive Gauteng wants to be, and how Gauteng provincial government supports those who have great ideas and want to just invent things.
The winning apps range from small startups to established brands such as Mkhazi Concepts.
We manufacture smart hand hygiene standards monitoring systems to solve the problem of infection prevention and control in healthcare. So we digitize manual processes by collecting data on how well hand hygiene is being performed within facilities. Because right now they've got manual systems and push-operated or foot-operated dispenser systems, but those systems don't give people any real data on who uses them, how often they use them, and where they use them from. So our idea is to put entryway management systems and use hand hygiene as a form of access control. So when people enter buildings, those buildings are sterile from entry right through the entire patient care chain, and just in general settings outside of healthcare as well. Because when COVID and such happened, or just in general, hand hygiene or washing hands is the cheapest and most effective way of being able to prevent infections between people. But it's not something that's commonly practiced, so we want to standardize the idea of washing people's hands, and that it is the safest and cheapest way to be able to protect each other and stop infectious pathogens amongst people.
It's tangible innovation. I believe that I won because I make an impact and a difference in lives of our community, as my juice, gambu shake, made out of okra, ginger and lemon, is for the health conscious, the vegans, the vegetarian, and also because of I made it during COVID-19 when our country was at the peak of this pandemic.
Green Movement Energy manufactures a biomass called the woody. Our product is made completely from organic and forestry waste material, and it serves as an alternative to A and B grade coal, mainly based off the properties that the product has. It has a high calorific value and a low carbon content. So by burning our product, you get more efficient results at less of a cost to the environment.
The winners will also receive support in seed funding and a year-long incubation support at the Innovation Hub's Business Incubator.
The Saibono is, I look at it as a revolutionary program that bridged the gap of disadvantaged people into smart communities. We are born out of a partnership, public-private partnership between the provincial government, and we are housed at the provincial Department of Education and private sector. This program was launched in 2004, launched by organizations such as Dell in the private sector, BHP Billiton then, and the Gauteng Department of Education. And Saibono has evolved since then.
You know, we delve into young minds every day, and it's an exciting, innovative, technologically advancing space. And we would love for more people to join us to celebrate our 20 years. And what can I say? It's just a vibrant space to be in.
It's SABC Network on Facebook, X and Instagram. News network at sabc.co.za. On email, welcome back. Now, the Saibono Discovery Center is celebrating 20 years of its existence, and as a result of that, Meta is paying them a visit. It is Sir Nick Clegg, who is one of the presidents at Meta, who is paying them a visit. And to talk to us more about what's happening here is the Director of Corporate Services, Fikile Mapela. Hello, and thank you very much for being a part of our network. It's been 20 years and you're celebrating. Tell us about that.
It's very, very exciting. At the same time, it's very, very humbling to be associated with such great history in terms of our contribution to science education in school learners, as well as teachers, as well as community at large. It's such exciting to look at the steps that we have taken, or the road that we have actually traveled. From the beginning, we started out as in 2004 as an institution that was only focusing on public understanding of science, maths and technology. But now we have expanded ourselves not only to give that understanding, but to also enter in the arena where we actually now become active in the classroom, meaning we also assist teachers to teach better in those subjects, as well as learners to understand the difficult topics better by implementing supplementary education to them.
And with that, do you see those fears being alleviated once they spend their time here and they then go out to teach and learn?
I think they do, because it's not only that we offer science, maths and technology supplementary education, but we also offer career guidance programs that targets younger people at grade 8 so that they can make those choices with confidence in terms of taking up maths, science and technology. Because once you instill that interest at such a young age, a person makes better subject choices that will then increase the number of people who takes up maths, science and technology. That will actually also increase the number of uptake in university and other higher learning institutions in terms of people studying in those particular streams.
It obviously happens with partnerships.
It does. Being an NPC means we are not for profit. We're dependent on donor funding. We mostly dependent also on goodwill of our citizens. Sometimes you find that someone who has money somewhere is prepared to give us a donation, no matter how small. We also accept those. And then for public sector, we greatly actually want their continuous support for us to continue exist, because the government money that they give us only supplement their programs, and then they will tell you what is it that you can do with the funding that you receive. But for other learning, like your science engagement initiatives, your robotics, your IT skills, we largely depend on private sector funding.
So Meta is here. One would assume that they reached out to you. Why?
We have started a project that we call the Classroom of the Future, where we use virtual reality as a way of reaching out to students in a classroom, rather than having a static presentation of how the anatomy of a human being looks like. The VR set, we use VR sets that allow them to actually travel through the body, through the visual reality. So them coming here is very, very exciting for us, because initially the VR sets were not designed for educational purpose, but they were designed for gaming purpose. So they are looking into upgrading these VR sets so that they are actually compatible to education. Because once we started implementing that program in terms of making sure that we load educational material into VR sets, there were some challenges in terms of the output that we're getting. So they are here to look at what we have so that they can develop new compatible sets that will be used specifically for education.
And could that be one of those possible partnerships that you could have with Meta?
Yes, it is. We're having Sir Nick Clerk, who's actually one of their presidents. I think he's a global president, who's here to actually visit the center. So that's a positive indication that there is willingness on their side to form a partnership with Saipono.
You are the biggest such space on the African continent. How would you say you've achieved that?
I think for us to reach that level is through passion, of our staff members, through the willingness of the public sector with their funding, through the support, unwavering support from the Department of Education. I think I will say all our stakeholders who have made this thing a possibility. And then I've counted our staff members, but more than that, our governance structures. We have got a very, very strong board who make sure that we actually achieve what we set ourselves to achieve in terms of strategy.
It's been 20 years. What's the next 20 years looking like?
Okay, For the next 20, we think big. Let me not say we dream big. I will say we think big, because we want to extend our footprint beyond South Africa. Right now we are very concentrated in the Gauteng province, but we're saying we want to reach out and have a very strong presence in other provinces and beyond South African borders. So we want to be not only a provincial institution, but a national, a global, whatever you call it. We want to be there.
All right, Ms. Fikile Mapela, thank you very much for being a part of our network. Fikile Mapela there is the Director of Corporate Services at the Saibono Discovery Center in Newtown in Johannesburg. You can find us on SABC Network on Facebook, X and Instagram. It's News Network at sabc.co.za on email. Stay with us. SABC Network on Facebook, X and Instagram. Here's what else took place in the rest of the world in the tech space.
Visually impaired Nigerian resident Kehinde Olotubosun is a geography and animal enthusiast who used to struggle to find information about the topics he loves because he does not have a smartphone. But that is changing thanks to an artificial intelligence-powered mobile phone service that works offline.
People who are not that financially buoyant, they still have this opportunity to use even the little as 10 naira to ask a lot of questions that will actually benefit them. I'm so happy.
We understand that these people are disconnected because they are currently offline, do not have a mobile phone to access information, and also they do not have a smartphone that they can use to access information on the internet. Most of them, even when they have a smartphone, they are not able to purchase data that they can use to get connected to the internet.
Viamo is supported by development agencies in the United States and the United Kingdom, amongst others. UNICEF has partnered with Viamo to provide information on HIV, tropical diseases, nutrition, water, sanitation, and hygiene. And now in Japan. McDonald's of the Asian country last week said it had halted operations at many stores due to systems trouble, with media reporting technical issues were also reported in Australia and Hong Kong.
マックがやってないことなんてそうなかなかないのでびっくりしたのと、朝楽天モバイル使ってるんですけど、楽天モバイルの LINE も使えなくて、ちょっといろんなところでシステム異常が起きてるなと思って、そこら辺ちょっと怖いですね。なんか全体的にいろんなそういう生活に影響が出てくる。ちょっと怖いです。
Japanese walking past a restaurant in Tokyo said they were surprised given that they never hear of such system outages occurring at the hamburger giant. And now in Spain. Police in Malaga took a robot dog for a test patrol through the center of the Spanish city on Tuesday.
Concretamente, este proyecto estamos utilizándolo para soporte al uso en labores policiales. La principal donde destaca este proyecto es el que estamos utilizando tecnología 5G para hacer la teleoperación del robot, para enviar la imagen, hacer la analítica de imágenes, detectar, por ejemplo, situaciones de peligro, casos de pacientes que están prohibidos.
Some delighted bystanders imitated its clinky-clanky gait or presented their pets to the whirring contraption with flashing lights on top.
And that's all we have for you. Find us on SABC Network on Facebook, X and Instagram. It's News Network at sabc.co.za. On email from me, Siphumelele Zondi, and the rest of the team. Have a good one. Bye-bye.